The Young and the Restless casting news. Patty Weaver and Tricia cast returning as Gina and Nina come back home. For longtime fans of The Young and the Restless, October has already brought some delicious drama to Genoa City. But the real buzz isn't just about Victor's latest ruthless scheme or Chelsea's hard-won second chance, it's about the return of two beloved characters whose presence shaped the heart of the show for decades. That's right, Patty Weaver is stepping back into the role of Gina Roma, and Tricia Cast is reprising her fan-favorite Nina Webster. These two women, icons of Y&R's golden years, are finally coming home. This casting news isn't just a nostalgic treat, it's a narrative earthquake, promising both heartfelt reunions and potentially fiery confrontations. Their returns symbolize a bridge between the show's rich past and its evolving present, a reminder that in Genoa City, the past always has a way of coming back when you least expect it. Gina Roma, the heart of the club scene. Patty Weaver first stepped into the role of Gina Roma in 1982, instantly injecting charm, wit, and a fiery Italian spirit into the soap's landscape. As the glamorous owner of Gina's, the legendary Genoa City restaurant, she became the heartbeat of social life in town. From high-stakes business dinners to romantic evenings filled with candlelight and secrets, Gina's wasn't just a place to eat, it was where alliances were formed, betrayals unfolded, and destinies collided. Gina was also no stranger to heartbreak. The collapse of her marriage, her volatile brother Danny's rock star fame, and the constant storms brought on by Phyllis Summers all tested her resilience. Still, Gina always endured with her trademark grace and sharp tongue. For fans, she embodied the strength of a woman who could stand alone, yet always stood ready to support others when they needed her most. Patty Weaver's return means that Genoa City may once again have a hub for community storytelling. With society and the glam club currently dominating the nightlife scene, Gina's comeback could shake up the competitive dynamics of the town. What if Gina decides to reopen her iconic restaurant? Could she challenge Abby Newman's dominance in the hospitality world? Or will she lend her talents to an existing establishment, creating fireworks with Abby, Phyllis, or even Tucker McCall in the process? Nina Webster, a survivor with a pen. Tricia Cast's Nina Webster is another Y&R staple, known for her journey from troubled teen to resilient, award-winning writer. Nina's storylines over the years have been some of the soap's most heart-wrenching and compelling. From her teenage pregnancy and heartbreaking custody battles to her marriage to Philip Chancellor III and his tragic death, Nina's life has been steeped in pain and perseverance. Yet Nina's greatest strength has always been her voice, both figuratively and literally. Her career as an author has provided her with the perspective and power to turn her suffering into strength. Fans know Nina as a character who refuses to stay down for long. She's a woman who claws her way back, even when the world tries to silence her. Her past returns to Genoa City have always been tied to family, especially her son Chance Chancellor. With Chance in the middle of his own personal upheavals, including his complicated history with Abby, his law enforcement career, and his struggle with identity and belonging, Nina's return couldn't be more timely. This mother-son reunion could bring a fresh layer of emotional depth, giving Chance both grounding and conflict. Tricia Cast has always portrayed Nina with an authenticity that resonates, and her chemistry with Chance, now played by Connor Floyd, will surely be a highlight. But Nina's return also raises another tantalizing possibility, revisiting her connection to the Chancellor legacy. With Jill Abbott throwing her weight around once again, Nina might find herself caught between her loyalty to the Chancellor name and her instinct to protect her son. Why now? The timing of their return. The soap opera rulebook is clear. Characters rarely return without a reason. Patty Weaver and Tricia Cast's comebacks are timed perfectly against the backdrop of major shifts in Genoa City. Victor Newman is tightening his grip on Newman Enterprises, with Jill Abbott pushing back harder than ever in her own quest for power. Jack Abbott is tangled in chaos thanks to Kyle's betrayals and Diane's ambitions. Mariah and Tessa are facing dangerous uncertainty. Chelsea is fighting for redemption. And Nikki is trying to keep her sobriety intact while juggling her responsibilities as matriarch. So where do Gina and Nina fit into this ever-shifting puzzle? For Gina, the show might be leaning into a renaissance of its social spaces. Genoa City has always thrived when it has strong gathering spots. Places like Gina's, the Colonnade Room, and Crimson Lights have long been the backdrop for drama. A returning Gina could re-establish her restaurant as the stage for the next generation's scandals. Imagine Devon and Abby clashing over investments in Gina's restaurant, or Phyllis attempting to manipulate Gina into hosting one of her infamous schemes. For Nina, her return could serve as both an anchor and a disruptor in Chance's life. As he grapples with the consequences of his choices, Nina may serve as his conscience, or his fiercest critic. Her presence might also reignite old friendships, like her bond with Christine Cricket Williams, who has had her own troubles lately. Together, they could even form a new front of strong, empowered women standing up against Genoa City's patriarchal titans. Nostalgia with a purpose. What makes these comebacks so thrilling is not just the nostalgia factor. It's about using the past to fuel the present. Patty Weaver and Tricia Cast are more than just legacy players, they are storytellers whose characters have earned their place at the table. Their returns can bring closure to old storylines, provide new mentors for younger characters, and remind audiences of the deep history that makes The Young and the Restless a unique daytime drama. Soap operas thrive on legacy. Think of how Catherine Chancellor's spirit still hovers over Genoa City, or how John Abbott's memory guides Jack's decisions. Nina and Gina's returns are not just about bringing familiar faces back, they're about reinforcing the show's core truth, that history is always alive, shaping every choice and every future. The fan reaction, pure joy. Within hours of the announcement, social media lit up with excitement. Longtime fans flooded Twitter and Facebook groups with memories of Gina's sharp one-liners, Nina's heartbreaking custody battles, and their iconic friendships. Many pointed out how Weaver and Cast's returns mark a return to roots for the soap, proof that the show hasn't forgotten the characters who made it special. Others speculated wildly about potential storylines. Could Gina become Nikki's confidant as she struggles with her sobriety? Might Nina clash with Abby over how Chance is raising Dominic? Could Gina team up with Phyllis for a high-stakes business venture? Might Nina write a tell-all novel exposing Genoa City's power players, sparking chaos among the Newmans and Abbotts? Fans also praised the casting decision as a signal that Y&R values its history, something viewers have been craving amid a wave of newer, younger storylines. Looking ahead, what's next for Gina and Nina? While the show has been tight-lipped about the duration of Patty Weaver and Tricia Cast's runs, one thing is clear, their stories are far from over. Whether their returns are short arcs or extended stints, both women bring emotional weight and narrative possibility. Expect Gina to stir up the social scene, possibly reuniting with Danny and catching up with Lauren. Her sharp instincts may also put her in position to uncover secrets others would rather stay buried. As for Nina, don't be surprised if her role expands beyond just being Chance's mother. She has history with so many core players, Christine, Paul off-screen but still canon, Jill, and Philip's memory. Her presence could challenge Abby, rattle Jill, and re-center the Chancellor family in the spotlight. Final thoughts. The return of Patty Weaver as Gina Roma and Tricia Cast as Nina Webster is more than just casting news, it's a love letter to fans who have stayed loyal to The Young and the Restless through decades of drama. Their reappearances promise emotional depth, generational conflict, and plenty of nostalgia-fueled excitement. Gina and Nina aren't just coming home to Genoa City, they're bringing with them decades of history, resilience, and story potential. And for a show that thrives on blending past and present, this is exactly the kind of spark that keeps viewers tuning in, day after day, year after year. One thing is certain, when Gina picks up her keys and Nina settles back into Chancellor Mansion life, Genoa City won't know what hit it.